Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and it's Bundesliga week 18. Midweek card was a little bit tricky, but then saying that, there was odds-on wins for like Wolfsburg. Bayern win to 0 tells you that it was a little bit tricky. But one of our guests, and obviously backed up by Moi because he got it right, was Freiburg and Frankfurt. Both teams are scoring over, and just have a little piece on the 2-2, he says, and it came up 2-2. So well done, Tan. Well done. It was a great selection. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button, and ring the bell. Ring the bell means it will notify you, and you'll never miss any content again. And next week, the Serie A and Bundesliga shows will be on Wednesday. So make sure that you're well aware of what's going on. Premier League and La Liga will be on Thursday. Also, press a link in the description, and that will take you over to the articles read by Alex. And he loves a parlay over there, by the way. And Tan and whoever else Alex has decided for this week. But every other sport that we cover on SBR will be covered by an article over on SBR.com. Alex, 2-2. Great shout, mate.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was just a lean, I went 2 and 3. I have also my haters on Twitter saying that doing some copy pastes from the show, with our bets from Bundesliga, saying,
oh, really?
That,
I didn't bet a loser. I didn't bet a loser. What show are they watching?
Yeah, it says, look, what a bad week, midweek you had. I said, yeah, it happens. Shit happens. This is why we are here for. We are taking. We will take all the bad weeks, all the good weeks. We will not hide if we have a bad week. But yeah, that 2-2 draw in Freiburg versus Eintracht Frankfurt was gold. Also, Bayern Munich winning 2-0 with Augsburg missing a penalty. Let's be honest. Also, you mentioned about Stuttgart. Let's not forget that Gonzalez and Vamanjituka, both of them were suspended. So they will be back this week. Very strong performance from Wolfsburg. I had them to win. But and I don't know how in the world that Leverkusen Dortmund game stayed just at 3 goals. For who was watching the match, who watched the match, that was, I don't know, one of the most entertaining matches. But their only problem with both teams being clinical in front of the net.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we started off the show on Monday by saying that this is one of the toughest cards. Beware of midweek. Tan, I can't believe that you went for Bayern -2.
Actually, I went for Bayern -1, but nothing would have changed. It was my.
I won't add it to your record because that was my mistake, not yours.
It was a terrible. It was a what? I didn't catch a word. What did you say?
I said I will not add it to your record because it was my interpretation.
No. It was wrong anyway. Just edit it.
No, because -1's a push.
But why? What? You don't speak the Queen's language? Why? How come you don't understand him?
Well, Tan sent me Bayern Munich -1.
Yes.
So I did, but to get him more value on, I did -2.
Yeah, but anyway, it wouldn't change anything because Bayern won only by 1 goal. So,
yes, you get a push. You don't lose.
Yeah. Do the things in the proper way. Just I want to trust you. I'm in a position that I can't say anything else. It has been my worst week overall between the Bundesliga and Serie A. Out of 15 tips, I think I got 2, something like that. It was for the first time, or 2 or 3 maybe. For the first time, I went 0-5. It was like, what? In fairness, the thing I said was like, it's going to be tough this week, this midweek. And I think also this weekend is going to be the same tough. In fact,
I quite like this weekend.
I think it's going to, I think the toughness is going to, I have tried to lean as much as possible towards the goals market.
Yes, I wrote down, Tan.
But even
this
in
weekend,
that way, anyway, you have to be careful. It's very, 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 very tricky. I think it's
Tan,
a tricky
I
moment
wrote down
for
here
Bundesliga.
at the top of the page, Bundesliga week 18, goals galore. So maybe steer clear of the winners market, but I definitely feel that you should be on the goals markets, whether it be an under or an over. I think majority go over. Both teams to score, I think, in most games. And remember, there's going to be tired limbs out there because them pitches are heavy and some of them haven't got the squads to be able to rotate. Let's kick off. It's a great game on Friday night. Great game. Gladbach plus 215. How? Draw plus 285. Dortmund plus 125, Alex.
Yeah, Gladbach at plus 200 right now because the odds dropped from the time that you prepared the graphics. It's true that let's say that they are the one of the most in shape, in form teams in Bundesliga right now. But let's not forget that they are missing some of their key players. Thuram still suspended. Embolo right now is ill. Zakaria has a knock. So I think that these three players are very important for Gladbach. Don't even be misled by the statistics that they have lately. One thing I can mention here: very good at the back against Werder Bremen, but also Werder Bremen missed their chances. So that both teams to score destroyed our two-team parlay. That was one of the selections, but Dortmund hit and miss. I mean, so many opportunities to miss. Oh my God! I think that it was the correct outcome against Leverkusen. I think that the Leverkusen totally deserved that 2-1 win. I think that the score is a little bit misleading because Leverkusen could have scored 4-5 on their own, you know. So I think that we will see another type of the Alex classic approach here, with both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at 1.73. The odds are not so good, but I think that this will be one of the most entertaining games of the weekend. And let's not forget that this is a Friday game. And on top of that, despite being in a terrible shape in finishing, not overall, Dortmund have won the last 12 competitive head-to-heads with seven of them featuring both teams to score against the Gladbach. So that tells you that it will be also an entertaining game.
Yeah, listen, I've got this game, Tan, just like Freiburg versus Frankfurt. I've actually gone with both teams to score and the draw at plus 330. I can see this being a 1-1, 2-2. I just see that both teams, if they get their noses in front, they'll sit back. The other team have got to come back. Neither of these are worried about being one down. So I definitely see, I think 2-2's on the cards again, Tan.
I won't touch the final outcome because really what I've seen in the last 4 days, in the last 2 match days, is telling me that in this moment the ordinary values are going up and down. It's like they are like waves that are trying to settle. Now, let's remind, we are now
this is not an ordinary season, Tan. Of course,
it's not an ordinary season.
Also with our bets, you said that you brought the cup last week. This week you said that it has been a disaster. We have big ups and downs every week, you know. We are there in profit. That is what it counts the most. But it's too much uncertainty right now in betting and also during the season.
Well, I'll tell you the biggest certainty that neither of you have latched onto is the first game is Dortmund. What's Alex wearing? Dortmund. So we all go on Gladbach plus 200. Merry Christmas. I know it's late, but help yourself to Gladbach. Don't get beat.
That's why I'm not touching the final outcome also. Let's remind also, we now start the way back. We now start the way back of this season in Bundesliga because it's the first game of the return leg of the season. Too much uncertainty. Borussia Dortmund will open up the game even more than they would do normally. When Gladbach is invited in such a game, they join. going to look for value and to some asset, I go for Borussia Dortmund, that in the last 5 games have made register over 1.5 goals in the second half in the last 5 consecutive games. And to Gladbach, it happened in 8 of last 10 games. So, final say, over 1.5 in the second half.
Okay, over 1.5 goals in the second half. Well, let's hope you get your 2
also,
second half. Well, let's hope it's 0-0 or 1-1 at half time. Alex?
I don't know what is the odds on Borussia Mönchengladbach to score over 1.5 goals.
Well, team total,
match.
get someone in the chat. Remember, you're our third guest.
Team total over 1.5. I think that with the struggles that Dortmund have at the back right now, they are bad. They are looking dramatic at the back. I think that even you, Flash, if you for example, if you play for Mainz and they used you at your age as a striker,
my age.
Hey, respect.
Hey, come on now.
Seriously.
No. Can't believe the boys have had a tough week. They're now taking it out on their mate. What's going on?
I actually was defending you in spite of you picking on me.
I know
in spite of you picking on me, I was defending you.
That's how mental this year is. Tan, you defending me means that it's a crazy, crazy year.
Alex, shoot on this old man, please. Just do it now. Just keep on shooting on the old man. Keep on shooting the old man.
Tan, Augsburg plus 260, draw plus 255, Union plus 110. Let me tell you now, Union, they're strong. I know that, listen, the plus 1 would have got you a push yesterday against Leipzig. I still can't go past Union. To go there, frustrate, and just be too strong in the end. I see this being maybe a 2-0 win for Union.
Absolutely. At plus 110, I go simply with the Union to win. I mean, it was Leipzig deserved, but it was leveled, even probably much more than we expected. We understood that probably would go on Leipzig way, but probably we thought that they would do it easily. I think that it will be fuel in the tank of Union. And all in all, if they stay focused, though, that plus 110 can be generous. It's not part of my top 5 picks because, as I said, the final outcome is very dangerous in these weeks. But if they stay focused, plus 110 is very generous.
Yeah, well, Pronosticus is back. How are you, mate? I hope everyone's well. But he's gone with maybe Union, double chance, minus 205. But in a parlay, I can't see Union getting beat, Alex. I know you liked him, first of all. Then you texted me and said, take Union off. Is there a chance by the time we get to the picks that Union might be back on?
So when I say a minus 170, oh, the squirrel, then you talk about a minus 205 and you don't even set yourself on
it's
fire
part of a parlay.
On the cross. Yes,
it's
on the parlay. When I say minus 140 in the parlay, I go, oh, blasphemy. Unbelievable. Alex, shoot on this old man, please.
This is the key to this show for this Bundesliga round. Shoot on this old man.
Exactly. I can take it. Don't worry, boys. Listen, if you're having a bad time, pick on me.
What is the problem with Union? I think, yes, they are one of the most organized teams in Bundesliga. Yesterday, I first shared one of my official picks being Union with you. And after seeing them against RB Leipzig, I said to you, okay, take them out. It's not like they were very bad, but sometimes you have to go also with the leans. Yesterday, for this round, I said Union plus 1. It was a push, but instead I played both teams to score, which it was a loss, you know. So it's difficult to preview all the round of fixture and take the best, you know, because sometimes your leans are doing better than your official picks, you know, like what happened with the 2-2 draw with Freiburg versus Eintracht at 11. Imagine if I had a small unit, half unit on that 11. I would be 5.5 units in profit.
But that's the beauty of the analysis that you two throw, and obviously then I try and sort of steer you in the right direction to get all the information. But remember, everyone in the chat, they pass it on as well. So if I'm listening to Alex and I've got both teams to score an over, so there's the Alex Classic. I expect 3 goals in the game minimum, and then you say 2-2. Okay, so then I know it's a tight game. I might go for just the draw, but then somebody somewhere might go for both teams to score and draw.
This is what happened with one of our friends also on Twitter at 4.1. He went both into score and the draw at 4.1. So
exactly,
great profit from there. He didn't went only for the Alex Classic. In this match, again, I think that we will see a short win. I mean, the under 2.5 goals here is on the cards. Augsburg with only 2 goals scored in their last 5 domestic league matches. The under 2.5 is at 1.9. So I think that I would rather play an under 2.5 than a Union Berlin win. But I totally agree that the value is on Union Berlin, still without their top scorer, Max Kruse.
Okay, well, we're going to go to the next game. The next game says to me, goals again. And I think it's Leverkusen at plus 110, draw plus 275, and Wolfsburg at plus 260. I cannot believe Leverkusen are plus 110 again, because I think that they're too strong. But Wolfsburg probably scores. So it's the Alex Classic, Tan.
More than Alex Classic, I see the market over 1.5 goals in the second half. It has happened
you're liking that one today.
Yeah, it has happened in a combined 80% of the cases. I'll make it easier. In a combined approximately 80% of their games, goals always coming in the second half. If we see that this is not going towards a 0-0, but is going towards actually a game where both they will try to play, the goals will come in the second half, as it not every time, but more than often it happens to both of them. And I think actually even the odds are approximately 2.0, and it's also part of my top 5 picks. So it is juicy, that plus 110 on Leverkusen, but I'm not in a mood of a week of taking final outcomes, even when they seem very juicy, over 1.5 in the second half.
You're just like a little wounded animal. You got to just brush it off and go again.
Just to let our American friends, he's referring to juicy as in very good odds. You in America are saying to pay the juice. That means that the price should be under. I know to pay
exactly.
The minus,
See,
right?
There you go again. Tan's talking about juicy squirrels.
No, see? I was talking in English. I was talking in English when something is juicy.
Well, I don't know about that.
Actually tastes. I was wrong.
In betting in US, they are referring to juicy as you have to pay the juice, that the price is with minus, so you have to pay that difference to even money,
Yeah. Okay.
If ever there was a team total over 1.5, I think Leverkusen have got it. So if in the chat, if you want to be letting me know what team total Leverkusen over 1.5 is, please. I see the Alex Classic. I don't want to even complicate it, Alex.
Yeah, don't complicate it, Flash. 1.91 for the Alex Classic. I think that is a great set of odds. And if I see also the over 1.5 goals teams total in Wolfsburg, I think that that should be also at a good price, over 2.2 in my opinion. I think that that is a really good set of odds. I loved Leverkusen against Dortmund. I said to you that they could have scored at least 3-4 goals on their own. I think that it was very important for them that they bounced back after some shaky results. Like I think that 4 results for winless matches, So I think that the Dortmund win, it was a boost of confidence for Diaby, for Demirbay, and for the rest of the squad. Wolfsburg, on the other side, they are scoring goals for fun. Also on their own, they are there at the top of the table, equal with Dortmund in the 4th spot with 29 points. Weghorst scored against the Mainz, and I gave him as anytime goal scorer. So I think that the Alex Classic should easily come in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Or just over 2.5 goals in the game. Maybe you can go over 3.5 goals in the game. Rude boy, nice to see you, mate. I know that, listen, you have really turned the corner. You used to be like the village idiot, the pest at the back of the classroom. Now you're sitting at the front, bringing an apple in for the teacher. You are becoming teacher's pet. And Alex's bet for Gladbach Dortmund was the Alex Classic at -135. Okay, moving on. Alex, Bielefeld +410, draw +300, Frankfurt -130. I know that they stiffed Stuttgart yesterday, and understrength Stuttgart side for Bielefeld, but Frankfurt, they score 2 every week. Don't see Bielefeld scoring 3.
I mean, Bielefeld scored 10 goals in 16 rounds, and they decided to score 3 goals yesterday to upset our bet on Stuttgart. 3-0, unbelievable. But that 3-0 came because Stuttgart were all in the second half. Armenia caught them with the counterattacks because the Stuttgart defense was very bad in the last 30 minutes of the game. So it was horrendous what happened. Of course, Stuttgart wanted to fight for the draw, and Armenia hit on the break. It's normal what is happening. On the other side, as you mentioned, Stuttgart, Eintracht Frankfurt 2-2 against the Freiburg. As we predicted, a very entertaining match. Luka Jovic again was on the bench, and he came I think that in the last 35 minutes, even 25 minutes, sorry. But I think that this will be the first time for Luka Jovic since his return that he will start from the first whistle of the referee. So I really think that Eintracht has everything, has 2 classes above Armenia Bielefeld. Again, don't be misled by that 3-0 win from Armenia. It was their best match of the season. And if I take Tan's words from Serie A, they won the 3 points against a great Stuttgart. They are a little bit relaxed, deflated, and Eintracht will take advantage of that. So Eintracht at 1.73.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. I mean, I quite like Dominic says Frankfurt and under 4.5 at +120. I like that. I just see the away side being this is probably the most streetwise side in Bundesliga, Tan.
No, totally. Frankfurt and -130. I mean, Armenia won 3-0 with Stuttgart, but how many times is that gonna happen? Is it changing now the season of a team who's been struggling to get out of the relegation zone, and that has trashed Stuttgart in a way that seemed too unusual? It's not like Stuttgart played that good and they won, which would give you some glimpse of saying, okay, what is happening with them? It really seemed like one of a kind, I don't know if it was the midweek fixture, and also Eintracht that are now will have more and more minutes from Jovic. Anyway, play once again their consistent game against Freiburg, -130. It could be even better. The odds, I think that yesterday were better, the odds, but I still go with Eintracht to win.
Yeah, I think either you in the chat are just not happy, or you're over happy and you're enjoying the show so much, because only 28 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. Don't mind the thumbs down. That'll obviously be for Tan. And 74 of you are watching. So please press the thumbs up. Shows a bit of appreciation. Freiburg.
I think this is very, very interesting from Barca, man. Eintracht Frankfurt to score first and win the match at even money. I think that the way that Eintracht are starting their matches, also yesterday against Freiburg, in the first half an hour of the game, they didn't let them breathe, Freiburg, and they scored, but after that, they also conceded. So I think that is a very good set of odds there to score first and win the match.
Okay, well, this is a really tough game. I'm going to come to you, Alex, because it's Freiburg plus 160, draw plus 280, Stuttgart plus 165. Toss a coin, because Freiburg at the moment, they went 1-0 down, didn't change the way that they play. They kept going, they kept passing, they kept moving, they kept running forward. Against the Stuttgart side, who have their boys back, I see this as another Alex classic, goals galore. Just enjoy it and just go from there.
I think so too. But the draw is also on the cards here. The draw with goals, because both teams will score. That is absolutely a great set of odds for a parlay. So both teams to score at 1.5. Probably this will be my take for the two-team parlay, but we will see at the end of the show. But draw with goals, with Wamangituka and Gonzalez back in the starting 11. But don't laugh.
I'm here only to hear you, Wamangituka. That's the content why I'm here.
Yeah, I think that he will play different. They will play different with Koulibaly. I think that he took the role of Wamangituka and he didn't do it so good. So right now, Wamangituka back on the right wing with Koulibaly in front of him. So I think that this is how Stuttgart will approach the game. Freiburg, really, really good lately, despite the defeat against Bayern Munich and even despite the draw against Eintracht Frankfurt. To be down against Bayern and to have your rage to score the equalizer, it was impressive. And also to be down against Eintracht Frankfurt and to lead after 60 minutes, it was impressive for me to see them acting this way. Their desire is there. Their team spirit is there. I think that this should be an Alex Classic, but I'm really seeing the draw with goals here.
Draw with goals, a goal-scoring draw. Listen, I think it's one of them games, Tan, where if you're on Freiburg, I can see why. If you're on the draw, I can see why. And if you're on Stuttgart at plus 165, I can see why.
Exactly. But not final outcome, but balanced. Well, first of all, I'm proposing to everybody, if from the next episode we do a drinking game, whatever kind of drink you want, whenever Alex says Wamangituka. That could be a good...
Alex is not allowed to drink. He's got a disease, so he's
not Alex. When Alex says Wamangituka, we do a shot every time he says that. That could be
I'm not allowed to drink because if I start drinking and I'm not finishing, I have a drinking issue.
Yeah, that's why you are the croupier and we are the players. Look.
Hold on a minute. So we got an Italian who drinks wine and we got a non-drinker. What a great game!
Exactly.
Right now,
that's like throwing the keys in the middle of the ugly sisters. There's going to be no winner.
But I didn't know this. Okay, this way to say.
So what do you think then, Tan? Stuttgart travelling to Freiburg.
Look, the way they lost Stuttgart last week can't have a reaction. I know that Freiburg is played very good, but at the same time, it's a kind of a direct encounter. They are one next to each other in the table. They are the two that are trying the most to hang on the Europa League spot fight. So it is a game that is counting double. So Stuttgart, in my opinion, will play with knife in their teeth and won't let this away, even if Freiburg are doing very good. But the odds are allowing for me to say double chance out on Stuttgart. So draw or Stuttgart to win.
Okay, so he's going with Stuttgart to get something out of the game. And again, it's one of them games that I absolutely love because I can't tell anybody that they're wrong. 34 of you against 79. Come on now, not even 50%. What is going on with the thumbs up? People are allergic to the thumb today. Okay, next game, Mainz plus 700, draw plus 385, and Leipzig at minus 220. Now, Tan, I see Leipzig We know they're desperado for a striker, a goal scorer who's going to get them 20 goals in the season. But against Mainz, they will have probably 70% of the ball. I think that maybe Leipzig win to 0, and I think it might just be a 1 or 2-0 again.
Exactly. It is hard to find value. Obviously, we all believe that Leipzig will take this away, second against second from the bottom. And anyway, there isn't. Mainz drew with Borussia Dortmund, and it seemed a gift from Borussia Dortmund because all the other time they seemed as crap as they are. I mean, we've been talking longly about Schalke. All in all, they are with the same points of Schalke. It was enough, one win for Schalke to just clinch them. But anyway, Leipzig, the best defense in Bundesliga. Mainz, the third worst attack in Bundesliga. 4 games in a row at home for Mainz without scoring. So I know normally it is a kind of market that punters don't like, but there are so many signs pointing at, how do you say this, in not both teams to score?
That's how you say it.
Okay.
Both teams to score, no.
But okay, because we say in Italian goals or no goals, which means only one of them must not score. So both teams to score, not.
Well, Adi Tunji's come up with an absolute brilliant one. He thinks a Martin Classic, Leipzig and under 4.5. I think that's the way you've got to go, surely.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyway, the both team to score no. Yesterday was 2.0. I don't know now, but when I saw that and I saw, wow, Mainz with that attack, 4 games never scoring at home, Leipzig best defense, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, and listen, I couldn't go against that. And I mean, Andreas has come up with Leipzig win to 0 plus 155. Alex, any reason you see Mainz scoring?
No, I don't see the reason. I think that you made a point in saying that RB Leipzig will dominate the game. And if you remember in the past, the bookies were also giving some markets like the possession-wise. I don't know if they still have it, some props possession. I think that if you have it, Leipzig with at least 65% possession during the game should be a really good bet to take. Leipzig not scoring many goals lately. Yes, they scored 3 against Augsburg in the cup, but since the beginning of December in Champions League 2 times and against Bayern, against Bayern Munich 3 goals, I'm not seeing them scoring so many goals. So I think that that approach, RB Leipzig and under 4.5 goals at 1.88 right now, it's a good combo bet. But check a little bit if you can find this type of bets possession wise, 65% or plus. I don't know the difference, minus 20% on the Asian handicap for Leipzig, or even minus 30%. I think that it's a good take.
Okay, we've got 9 fixtures. I've got down 7 that I think will be over 1.5 goals in the game. Now, we've had a lot of success over with Serie A doing this. It's the first time I've actually seen this in a while in Bundesliga, but I can only do 6 because one of the games involves the next team, and it's Hertha at plus 125, draw plus 265, and Werder at plus 250. Alex, I see there's goals in this game, but again, Hertha involved. I cannot get involved.
Hertha involved, huge ups and downs. Werder involved, huge ups and downs. Between them, classics every time. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals. The last one with a goalless draw was in 2018, so 7 matches ago. I think that both of them are struggling for points right now. Werder 3 points above the danger zone. Hertha just 2 points. I think that this is a must win for both to have a little peace in the second half of the season. So I think that one for the other, this is a great match for both teams. Let's say that. So I think that the over 2.5 here is on the cards, and the odds for that is huge, 2.1.
Yeah, it's massive. It's massive. Tan, have you got anything? Hertha versus Werder? Werder, listen, they should have had something out of the game, maybe at the post. They missed not open goals, but really, really good opportunities yesterday.
I'm actually going against you guys. It's not part of my top 5 because Hertha and Werder are very unreliable. But again, one next to each other in the table, and they know that just behind there is the relegation zone, the third last spot for relegation waiting for them. But I go with under 2.5 goals. In 3 of the last 4 Hertha games, there was under 2.5, and it was in 7 of the last 8 Werder Bremen games. So whether they can get crazy one against each other, but considering that losing could hurt them more, it's the risk than actually trying to win. I think they will be very precautious, whatever is the final outcome. So I say under 2.5 goals. And to answer to Sume, that is asking no Tan Madness this weekend. It was yesterday in Serie A with Verona-Napoli. Verona to win, already enough, not in this weekend. You have to remember, guys, normally the rating of Tan Madness is once every
Once
month. So
every million years.
Like Halley's Comet.
We had 5 since last July.
Next
June,
one will be when we'll arrive to Mars. Okay.
Let's see.
Hertha Werder, Alex, where are you going with that?
Just lean over 2.5 goals at 2.1.
Tan, where are you going to go with?
Under 2.5 goals.
Okay, under 2.5, but maybe over 1.5. Listen, I'm not getting involved in the game because you know my rules. I'm sticking to it, and it's not doing me too bad. Next game. So basically, I think there is 7 over 1.5 goals. You could do 8 if you wanted to get involved with Hertha, but I'm going to do 7 over 1.5 goals in the games, and I'll go through them at the end. It's easier to say which ones are not. Schalke plus 1,200, Tan. Draw plus 700. And Bayern minus 410. Before you tell me, what's going on your head?
In my head?
Yeah. What goes on your head when we talk about Bayern?
Okay. Sorry, I thought over my head. I said, are the hair already growing enough that it is so clear that I look as Bob Marley? Look, it's not like, as I said after the Schalke Hoffenheim, it wasn't like... Schalke. What are you doing with that hand?
Where's your hat?
My head.
Oh, hey, everyone's happy and relax. Everyone, relax.
Okay,
Everyone
relax.
thought that we had a tan imposter. We thought that we had Tan's cleaning lady with a tan mask on. No, he is. But here he is.
He's absolutely.
Look, Tan.
Exactly.
I look like a former bold English player. What I was saying is that, as I said, after Schalke winning Hoffenheim, it's not like everything is changing that, but surely they will have a boost from that. They have, in fairness, played better, not enough good. We know that Bayern are having a lot of issues, even though I think that they won't solve their issues totally against Schalke. Anyway, they will win. We try to find some value, but they are consistently conceding. So to find value, here I go with a combo. Bayern to win and both teams to score. Because anyway, Bayern know that in a way, one way or another, they are gonna fix it and they leave space. And Schalke, they have more belief. So Bayern to win and both teams to score. And
that goes against everything that I'm thinking. And I've got a bit.
Let me thank Clemens Efum, who is saying in Tongue We Trust. Also KFC Hot Sauce is saying in Tongue We Trust under. Actually, there is a KFC that has just opened in Milan, the first ever KFC that opened in Milan a few months ago. I still couldn't see it because of lockdown and pandemic, but thank you for
What do you mean the first KFC ever to open?
There was never a KFC open in Milan, not even in Italy, I guess, because if it's not in Milan,
you guys are nationalists too much. You are eating
no,
your pasta.
Is that we eat good, so there is no point to wait.
Well, it's not good for you anyway, in my opinion. It's not good for you.
Well, you can try once in a while, or at least to please the KFC. Also,
yeah, I suppose the variety is the spice of life. Okay, a couple of things here. Harry Doherty, Mr. Positive himself, 21. I think he was 21 yesterday. Happy birthday. Remember, you're 21.
Happy birthday, Harry.
Yeah, happy birthday.
But still losing the bets, happy birthday, but still losing the
exactly. Bets. I bet you still didn't manage to smile, neither, Harry. Okay, listen. I've actually gone, and because I didn't have many Bundesliga bets, I was watching all the games. I was like keeping an eye on everything. But I actually found Bayern win to 0 against Schalke at plus 150. So I pressed that before they'd even beat the one yesterday, 1-0. So for me, I'm thinking both teams to score no. Bayern win to 0 at plus 150, and I took it.
Yeah, this is a classic game that you can't find the value. I don't know from both teams to score yes to both teams to score no. I prefer both teams to score no and Bayern to win and both teams to score no or win to 0. Schalke looked good yesterday against Koln. But their only mistake was that when the score was 1-1, they wanted to win, so they pushed for the win, and FC Köln made them regret that decision. They dominated the match. They created a lot of scoring opportunities. Your guy Hoppe scored again. I don't know. He's on fire right now. I think that he scored in the last 3 matches.
Oh yeah, but hang on a minute. That Köln defending was like defended. Honestly, I thought that Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy. I thought all of them. Oh, I can't believe that how bad they were. No one wants to take control.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. This is another league. Playing against Bayern Munich is another league. You last place in the standings, 14 goals, just 1 win this season, with all the problems that you have to go to pull the upset against the leaders, the reigning champs, and probably the best team in Europe right now. With their problems too, let's not forget that. But I would even push it more. I would say Bayern Munich and under 6.5 goals.
Well, I mean, or you just go Bayern and over 3.5.
No,
take the middle,
I think that this is a destroying type of game. I think that Dortmund -2 at 1.75. If they win by 2 goals, is a push. 1.7.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Focus has gone out about 10.5 corners for plus 123. Focus. You must follow us on Twitter. All of you that don't follow us on Twitter, you must, because we talk about games during games. We find live bets. The biggest one yesterday was Man United at plus 110 when they were 1-1. You must follow us. Look, that's why we stick this in here, because just because we're not live on air doesn't mean that we cannot all talk and find winners.
Doesn't mean we don't live in the other moments that we are not on air.
But Focus Sports has come up.
It's not like they inflate us to go
10.5 corners, Tan. Well, if you follow us on Twitter, one of our good friends of the show got let down for a fortune because Bayern Munich didn't get one more corner. So why would you do that? Why would you even mention it? And by the way, I talk about positivity. Harry Doherty, he hasn't said, "Oh, thanks for wishing me happy birthday." Oh, it's today, not yesterday. You see what I mean? He's always he's unbelievable.
But he gave a nice question because he asked me to which near 100 is the number of my football shirts. Harry, I can tell you it is probably approximately 300. Which is slightly less probably than Flash collected in his career, but it's.
But I'm waiting you for the next show to count them exactly how much they are.
No, it's impossible.
300.
You have 300 shirts, Tan?
Yes, approximately. Yes, approximately.
Does the cleaning lady use any of them to dust?
No, she's not allowed. She does it naked. What?
Does she wear them sometimes?
Let's go on. Let's go on with the show. Only naked. Only naked.
The little Scalacci number on a Thursday night.
I do have the Schillaci shirt on 1990.
Well, of course you would. Of course you would. He was like a national hero for at least a year.
Of that World Cup, I have Italy, Germany, England, Argentina, Cameroon. Those first.
Okay, slow down. So Italy, yes, Scalacci. Germany, Lothar Matthäus. England, Paul Gascoigne.
Exactly.
And what was the other country?
Argentina.
Maradona.
And
they were the top 4 players for them top 4 sides.
And then I have Cameroon, Roger Milla.
Who?
Roger Milla.
Yes.
Roger Milla.
Yeah. Listen, how was he still like 25 then, and now like he's still like only 28, and that was like 30 years.
I was there. I saw him scoring the first goals. Because they played in Bali.
When he ran over to the flag like this.
I was there. I was in the stands because they played that game against Romania, actually.
Yes.
Alex knows.
Good side, Romania then.
Against Romania in Bari, and everybody was like, what they are going to do. But actually, they won the first game against Argentina. That there is no need to repeat that. But I was there. But Milla didn't show up in the first game. And when he did that around the flag, all the stadium came down. Everybody was immediately for him. It was fantastic.
Excellent.
Yes,
excellent. Let's move on to the last game before I fall asleep.
What was the final score against Romania? Because I don't remember.
Was 2-1 for Cameroon. Was a brace from Milla, and I think the only goal from Romania was from Balint, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hoffenheim
Van Gam is saying I have a museum. Yes, and do I look like Ben Stiller, like an item museum? Yes.
Draw plus 275. Turn plus 340. I'll come to you, Alex, but before I do, Joseph Gomez says, "Where's the Watson EPL jersey? I used to give all my shirts to the young kids at the end of the season, or I used to give them to charities that they could wrap them off."
By the way, I wanted also that where we can find the jersey with you from the time that you're playing.
Well, they're such prized possessions, Alex. The children won't let them go, and they pass them down to their kids.
So it's around $1 the price for.
There's just none. You just can't find them because I used to give them away.
You don't have one to gift me, Flash? I'm here begging. You don't have one.
I'll tell you what I have to look good on you, Tan, is a nice string vest.
Nice.
Come on, Alex. Give me Hoffenheim versus Köln, please.
No, thank you. I'm not interested in giving you anything.
Sorry to bother you, Alex. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
We didn't want to disturb you.
I'm just checking for Flash's t-shirts right now on Amazon.
I want a Flash t-shirt. I would do.
T-shirt? T-shirts are different. That's just merchandise.
Jersey.
Come on.
Okay.
Jersey.
Excuse us. We are not talking the Queen's language in general, you know.
Oh, okay.
You keep going, or you got offended?
So let him have a look. Tan, tell me about Hoffenheim and Köln. Köln can't defend. Hoffenheim win over 1.5 goals. This has probably got to be one of the biggest bankers of the whole week.
Bravissimo. Minus 110. How much, Alex? Minus
1.84.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. There is nothing to talk about that, in my opinion. As you mentioned everything about Koln defensive skills. They were. They won against Schalke, but they shouldn't make them get too much carried away by that, and maybe they will. Hoffenheim winning at Hertha. Hertha are reliable, we know, but Hoffenheim as well. And maybe winning in that way gave them belief, a bit of a flow, and now they're playing home. Minus 110, in my opinion, too, is possibly the banker of the week.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is with Köln, they can't defend. They cannot defend. I fancy I would lose them in a phone box, them centre-backs. So, Alex, give us the full house, Hoffenheim to beat Köln.
Yes, full house for me, Hoffenheim to beat Köln.
Okay, Fab, let's have a little look at these picks. And remember, we're going to go with a 2-team parlay today. There's quite a few. Let's go with Alex's picks. Gladbach, the Alex Classic at minus 133. He's gone with Frankfurt, minus 133. Leverkusen, Alex Classic, minus 110. And are we going with Union at plus 110?
No!
Right, well, I gave you the option. He's going no, Union at plus 110. Tancredi's picks, here we go. Gladbach over 1.5 goals in the second half at minus 135. He's also gone Frankfurt minus 130. Bayern and both teams to score minus 120.
No, plus 120.
Half and half. Hoffenheim minus 120.
Minus 120.
Leverkusen over 1.5 goals in the second half at minus 115. Now, Flash, Bayern win to nil is my banker. And that is plus 145. I'm looking to pick up 2.9 units there. Gladbach, both teams to score and draw at plus 330. I'm really giving you the value here. Freiburg, Alex Classic again at minus 125. And I've gone with Frankfurt and under 4.5 goals at plus 110. Alex, you can go first. For the parlay, what are you going to give me?
Can we make it the free team parlay?
No.
This time.
We couldn't even get 2 last week.
Yeah, because of Tancredi, not
well, there you go, and I will be bringing that up when I go to Tancredi.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry. I'll come to you in a minute, Tan.
It was bad. It was bad. If it's bad, it's bad.
Alex, what you got for me?
Squirrels. I'm going RB Leipzig.
Just RB Leipzig to win?
Yes.
Do you not fancy? I think it's a guaranteed RB Leipzig happy to go there under 4.5 goals at minus 125.
RB Leipzig minus 1.
And what price is that?
1.7.
Okay, minus 135. So we're going to go with Leipzig minus 1
on Asian handicap.
So it could be a push. And Tan, I'm going to give you another chance.
Thank you. Otherwise, what happened? Otherwise,
well, it's a 2-team parlay. That means that Alex gives one and you give one.
You will cut my finger.
No, not at all. No, we can all be wrong.
Okay, I go with the Hoffenheim to win.
Hoffenheim to win at minus 110. I like that. So it's Hoffenheim just to win. Leipzig minus 1 on the Asian handicap at minus 135. Now in a couple of hours, it'll be our first FA Cup 4th round fixtures with Dave Mannion, who is our lower league specialist. Well, I say specialist, he's like on a par with myself. And Martin Green from the Premier League. We've got great fixtures coming up. Please join us in a couple of hours. But first of all, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means I'll notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And as I told you, there'll be 2 shows next Wednesday and 2 next Thursday. Before I tell you about the link in the description in the link that sends you over to the articles by Tan or Alex or Martin or anyone else who covers sports on SBR, press the thumbs up. 55 of you, but no thumbs down. What's going on? There was a thumb down earlier. Someone had a bit of a change of mind. You've made them laugh, Tan. So it's Leipzig, minus 1 on the Asian handicap, minus 135. Hoffenheim, minus 110 just to win the game. And I will tell you, 7 over 1.5s. I'm not going near Hertha and Werder. And I'm not going to go near Augsburg and Union because I think Union could win 1-0. But all the others...
1 month till the Champions League and the Europa League restart.
Yeah, exactly. And we will be doing live in betting as well, courtesy of Alex. Remember to join us on Saturday morning if you like. And also the biggest thing is follow us on Twitter because listen, we're not big and we're not clever. We do talk to you, you know. Some of you I wish I didn't. But
hey, wait. I am big and clever. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, Flash, but you picked on the wrong guy. I am big and clever.
Yes, of course you are. You keep telling yourself that, Tim.
But I do talk with everybody, but still I'm big and clever.
Listen, I hope you all have great. If you are on Twitter, then make sure you follow us. We will be doing the live in play on Saturday morning, courtesy of Alex. So we'll see you all soon. May all your bets be winners, and remember the 2-team parlay. Come on.